Hello and welcome to Matrix Live. This week you have an element call demo, a Linearized Matrix 1. Next week there's going to be a Matrix tutorial about how to monitor your server using Prometheus and Grafana. And after that there's going to be a break before we get back in September. Enjoy the demos. Dave is going to talk about encryption returning to element call, but wasn't element call supposed to be encrypted?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Tim, because this demo starts with a little history lesson and a lesson in how encryption works in element call. Because previously, by end-to-end encryption, basically what we meant was that the signaling going between you and the other people you were calling was encrypted by you and then only decrypted by the other people. It was all full mesh. You only talked to each other. We didn't go via an SFU, which meant it didn't scale very well, which was why you could only use it for about 7-ish people. But it meant it was, because there was nothing in the middle, because all the signaling was encrypted, therefore all the media was encrypted. Now we have switched to LiveKit, which means that we can have an SFU in the middle, which means it scales, which means we can use it for this meeting, but that means all the media goes via a bit in the middle. Now we need to encrypt the media, which is harder, and we didn't do that before. But fortunately, LiveKit can now do that and now offer that capability. So I'm going to try and share my screen and actually show it to you. Here we go. Yep, cool. Right, here I am again. So you can see it's basically the same, but we've got this little password box. The password is password, and I'm going to try and join this. The caveat here, you can't mute because there's a bug in LiveKit's implementation where if you mute, the server injects some packets which can't decrypt because obviously the server can't decrypt your packets for you, and then that breaks the streams. They're working on it, they've fixed it, they just haven't released it yet. So it's almost there, but it's not here yet. But you get the early doors demo. See if there's anybody here. Here we go, it works. This isn't too exciting. It looks the same. It's even got a little unencrypted padlock up in the top because we haven't changed that yet, but it is encrypted. The other thing I'll show you is what happens, I hear you're wondering, if you enter the wrong password. It looks a bit like this. They're all grey at the moment. There you go. We've got some junk through from Florian. That is the browser trying to decrypt some streams with the wrong key. It literally just comes through as fuzz at the moment. We don't even check to see whether the user has the right password. We've been asking the crypto team, and they've been very helpful on how we can actually do that check and implement that, so to offer the users some feedback. But yeah, we don't do it at the moment. Right, I'm going to paste that link with the right password into the room so we can all try and break it. See if anyone beats me there. No, not yet. See how many people we can get on it.
Dave, can you also give a quick tutorial how we can enable the
Yes, how you enable it. It's very easy. You just have to go into more and then turn on developer settings here, and then you hit this, and then you check this other checkbox here, and then you get the checkbox. You probably won't even need to do that by the time, we'll probably take it out of labs, I think, for the next release, if you want to play with it very early. So this is actually doing, well, my laptop is doing pretty well. Assuming everyone's not lost me. We weren't entirely sure how this was going to go because, of course, my laptop is now encrypting and decrypting all of these streams entirely in the browser. I'm not entirely convinced of LiveKit, but I've tried this either. But there you go. I think I'll probably leave it at that. So thank you.
Does this work in Firefox then, Dave?
So Firefox, yes, good question. It works in Firefox nightly as of a few days ago because the feature, the streaming of frame encryption feature landed in nightly about a few days ago, so it now does work. But yes, it'll come out with Firefox 117.
That's excellent timing on Firefox's side.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, what David has posted into the room is what currently happens in Firefox if you try to join.
All right. Well, thanks, Dave. So that's going to be the open, secure, decentralized part, but with VoIP this time. Thank you very much. We have another demo. Patrick, are you around to talk about linearized matrix?
Yes, I am. So I know that Travis has posted many things about linearized matrix before, and he's been handling all the kind of IETF side of that and writing up what we want linearized matrix to be. As part of that, he wrote a clean room implementation of it from scratch, not meant to be production ready, anything of that sort, just meant to kind of show the concepts and how quickly you can create a server. The flip side of that is how do we integrate this into things that we already run? So I've also been taking those same documents that Travis has written and been trying to create a dual stack Synapse server. So it can both run standard matrix and linearized matrix. As of a few days ago, with some help from Andrew, I got it all working so that you can have a Synapse server talking to Travis's Eigen server and send messages back and forth. So let's give that a try. I'm going to share my screen now. Hopefully you can see a couple of element webs running on the left and a couple of terminals on the right side. Eigen server does not implement the matrix client server API. It implements a custom JSON API over WebSockets, and it comes with a Travis's words, terrible command line client on purpose, so that you don't actually try to use it for something real. I have 2 Synapses running in Federation and 2 Eigen servers also running. So I've already created the room. It's a new room version that's experimental with this very long name, which is the name of the IETF document that Travis has been working on. If I connect my clients here for Eigen server, you can see that they're pretty basic. And then I can start inviting users to my room. And then join. All right, and backspace does not work in these, so that's always a fun thing to during demos. And we can also send things back from Synapse. So that's cool. We also can invite a second server. And the thing that this is going to show is that the messages from the bottom right terminal, Dan, are going to bounce through the server that Alice is running under to the server that Charlie is running under in the top right. So those two, oh no, it worked, okay. The top right terminal and the bottom right terminal, they're different servers, but they're not directly talking to each other. The things are bouncing through the hub server, which if you've read the IETF drafts, you will see that term thrown around. And then we also can invite a second Synapse, showing that this is not completely not real. And that has shown up everywhere. So I have now 4 servers talking to each other in Federation, 2 synapses, and 2 eigenservers.